Ooh. Can we pick the winner at least? Well, OBS can't connect anyway, so they can't see it. They'll be able to see it? Okay, let's do it. Okay, we're gonna pick the winner. Pick the winner. I'll do it. Hold on. Okay, they say I'm back. All right, guys. I'm gonna pick the winner real quick so we can at least do that if Twitch goes down again. We're gonna pick the winner. Give me 1 second. Okay, the ticket raffle winner is Enduro Joe. If you're here, Enduro Joe, you have won the 2 dwarves. Yay! I just want to make sure that that was, set so that if we can't keep going, that that's at least done. Enduro. Let me know if you're here, Enduro Joe. Wait, I gotta spell it wrong. Here we go. Zero J0 E. There we go. All right. Hopefully he didn't take off because of the frame rates for the server. Thank you, Mike, for clarifying that. OJOE. There we go. All right. We'll whisper him and let him know. Okay, guys, let's do some more painting. Hopefully we'll be able to stay connected. That is the hope anyway. Because even if the stream goes down, I gotta keep, hey Wintertide, how are you? Even if the stream comes down, I have to keep painting this guy because I want to get as much of him done. If I can get him off my shelf of shame. All right, so we're getting there. Now, we need to start building up with the whiter color. We're going to mix a little bit of this color over here. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's okay. So like I said, I'm going to sketch that in. I'm going to try to keep it to the sides of the muscles so that the light is going to hit only those sides of those muscles. Yeah, I hit that. There, that's already looking even better. You believe in me. Thank you. Thank you guys for sticking with me through this because Twitch issues are not fun and they seem to happen a lot, don't they? It feels like it recently. Mike, why are you arguing with me on my own stream? I can hear you. They can hear me arguing with you. All right, I'm just getting the spine in there. There we go. Yes. Good, good. All right, so I got the lighter part of that model highlighted now. See that nice contrast by the spine? This is with the moonray flesh too. I'm gonna do more on this side than on the other side. So Winter, how have you been doing? What did you get done this week yet? Tell me, I know you got at least a couple things on your shamer shelf. Shelf of shame, that's what I meant. Shelf of shame. Wintertide World Studio, please give him a follow and give him some hype and love. Winter and I are the reason why this this bingo is happening, because we were both, Winter was upset because he had a lot of stuff to do, a lot of things on his shelf of shame, just a huge backlog, and I was like, you know, I totally relate to that. I feel the same way. Let's work on that together and make it fun, make it a bingo. And so far, it's been such a great experience. We've gotten so much done, even if it's not the same amount together. The fact that we are having fun is making it so nice. Look at that. There we go. Frustrating not to have control over a situation when you know things are going wrong. Oh, I know. And I always feel like I'm to blame, even if I'm not. It's so hard. I feel like I want to make, so if you think about this, and he's some kind of, whatever, he may not be warm-blooded, but he's got blood, right? I want to make his feet a little bit more on the pink end. Give him a little bit more life, because there's going to be a lot of blood in the feet, right? So I'm giving him more reds in the feet. Let's do this side. Let's do the darker pink, purple. Ooh, I like that. We can add some more gray to that on top, so that becomes more of a really rich gray mauve. Now it's a little bit too gray, too much. Today, so Winter says, today I got the base of Zach, the Halloween Kitty Survivor. That's from Kingdom Death, right? And he says, Zach's hair, lantern, and then that whole mini is done. Hey, and the bingo has helped me so much. Can't thank you enough. Aw, well, it's helped me a lot too, so I can't thank you enough. No, you're awesome. No, you're awesome. Everybody's awesome. There we go. I like that. That feels more blended. Yeah, I like the pink foot. It looks, I guess to me, it looks like it's natural, sort of. Yeah, I like it. Over here, blendy, blendy, blendy. It's already got that mauve in it, and so we're just wet blending at this point, right in there. That looks good. JJ would like to see the arms wings. Yes, I want to show you JJ how he looks when his arms are on there. He has two, one of them's painted, one of them's not. So this is the one this is what it looks like when it's not painted. And you can see there's a huge difference. This is just black and white primer, which is a base. And then after we get, where's the other arm? After we get it painted, I'm hoping it will look like this. This is how it looks painted. Look at the difference. It's just amazing. Look at the difference between the two arms. This one's painted and this one's not. All right, let's put it on him so you can see. Dragon is less of a dragon when he's been disarmed. Oh, that's so bad. Yes, he has been disarmed. Oh my gosh. So there he is with his painted arm. And this is his unpainted arm, which we'll put on here. And look he's almost like a wyvern. See how that looks? He's really kind of scary. He's supposed to be scary because he is a bad monster in the game that will really hurt your campaign. There's a lot of life in that dragon skin, and that is the secret, is the reds. That is what has made him go from kind of dead. Look at this. This is what I've called dead gray, and this is alive gray. See, and I'm going to show you the techniques that I used to try to get that alive gray. I need to put more. There we go. That's better. That's that moonray flesh that kept making a hole in my own mini. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Kind of like to talk to myself when I paint. This helps me concentrate. Okay, let's put those arms away so I don't get something. I make this stuff look easy, Well, it isn't that difficult, but it does take some practice, pun expected. I try to make it look easy so that you'll try it and take the fear out of it. He said it's beyond crazy creepy. Yes, he is crazy creepy. I agree. And that's what I wanted, because this game is definitely a scary game. All right, okay, so let me show you. This is the next secret ingredient. One of the things that I do when I paint skin of any kind is we're gonna blur and mush the eyes, the color with your eyes. So, and I'll explain how we do that. So I've got, this is obviously dry. I'm gonna take some Shoshie Violet. Where is it? That's Draconoff Nightshade. I don't want that. Oi, oi, oi. Of course, I cannot ever find anything when I need it. There it is. Nope, that's the wrong color. Man. If I don't find my Shoshie Violet, there it is. Okay, Shoshie Violet by Citadel. We're gonna use this, and it's going to cause a filter. I'm gonna put some of that in there, and I'm gonna water it down with my brush and my water. See? And I'm gonna pull that up to the side so that I can see how thick it is. I want it to be kind of thin. Like, I want it like that, not straight like that. I don't want this. I do want this. I want it to be a glaze. So I'm watering down my Shoshie Violet so that I can glaze it and create a filter over my paint. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna pull all these weird colors together with your eye. And now I need to get more water because I actually want this even thinner, right? And all of the dark Shoshie part is gonna go into, hopefully, into the crevices. And it's gonna kind of just glaze over the top of his muscles as a filter to kind of, like I said, mush those colors with your eyes. I hope that makes sense. More water, more water. I really hope that you guys try this kind of thing. Try it on a model you don't care about. See if you can make some gray. How do I say your name? Dracian is following. Thank you so much, Dracian. Is that how I say your name? If so, that's a pretty cool screen name that you got. Yeah, over that, and I've got a lot of, see, we got a little river going on there. I don't want rivers and pools. I want like a solid, you know, glaze over that so that we don't have tea staining. We don't want the tea staining. It's okay if I have a little bit more Shoshie on this side as I do this side, because this is our shadowed side. Okay, see how this, if I leave that to dry, that's going to tea stain. So I need to go back with my water, bring that filter over everything that has surface area. I'm doing it in sections. Yeah, oh yeah, what a transition, exactly. See, that's too much, right? So I gotta water all that down, pull that all the way around the mini. Don't let it pool up on the mini, like here. See how it's starting to pool up a little bit? I wanna push that into the crevices. By pushing it into the crevices, you're keeping that tea staining into the crevices, not on the middle of the mini. And that's where we want it. We want it in the crevices. Okay, so there's some tea staining up here, so I need to pull that all the way up onto the mini's neck. I'm just adding water some of the time so that I don't get it too purple, because I don't want a purple people eater. You remember that song? It was a one-eyed, one-eared, flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-eared, flying purple people eater. He didn't have one ear though. He has 4 eyes. He was a 4-eyed purple people eater. That makes him sound like a nerd. He was a 4-eyed purple people eater, right? See how that looks like over that bright highlight, how pretty that is? And that also gives it that kind of skin, like, liveness. That's good, I want that. I'm pulling it over everywhere I didn't get it in the first place. See how that's turning it, completely changing it as it's drying. And I might need to go around and pull some of that into the recesses where I need it so that it's not making a mess. Have you ever used lit pigments? I have an idea to make the dragon look as if he has a radium glow coming from his veins on the back skin tone. I guess I'm not for sure what you mean, Don Peel. I have used, I see I'm putting a lot of on the feet because I do want those shadows to be dark. And it's okay if they're a little bit more on the purple end because I can always lighten those up later. I have done fluorescence. I don't know if that's what you mean by lit. Is that what you mean? All right, so that's a good spot. I can tell I've already got, you can tell I already have some of the purples in there. Do some on this side of his neck. I don't think I have any on this side. Need to make sure to get some. There we go. That around. Yeah, I pull that water into the crevice. Pull it into the crevice. Pull it into the crevices of the horns. That way it doesn't tea stain on you. There's a little bit of tea staining, but we can get over that. All right. So while that's kind of drying, we can mess with it a little bit. We can mess with it with like the mauve, because that will blend nice with purple. If we go straight to the bright color, it might be too big of a jump and it might make a hole, which I don't want to get. I don't want holes. Yeah. Ah, yes, it is a nerd. It's a nerd dragon. He's a four-eyed dragon for sure. Kind of makes the skin look, yes, and that's what I'm going for. We want underpainting to create that translucent kind of, like he lives in a world of darkness where there is no light. And see, we can go over that. That was a whole spot. You see how that blended so much nicer? I need to get a little bit of gray in there. That got a little pink. Let's do, ooh, that might be too gray. Let's thin that out to a glaze. Ooh, too much. Okay, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it right there. See, by doing these underpainting and then a glaze over the top again, we're creating the layers, and it's like a layers of stained glass, one on top of another. And what that does is it allows you to, like who was it that said that? The Cajun maid said it looks like it is translucent, and that skin is translucent. You can see my veins. This guy has veins on his back. And that's what we're going for. We're going for somewhat translucent skin. Now we can go in here and tap with the lighter color. Hopefully I can get that. Wherever the muscle is kind of bulging, I want that like translucency, like the skin is being pressed from beneath by the muscle. Right? See that? That's awesome. Right there, right there. We can blend that in with some water. We're not really using any mediums other than the Drucci Violet. Just this is the technique. This is the same kind of idea behind my Verdaccia, where we underpaint with green, or the ochre and the black. This is just, we're underpainting with grays and mauves, and then we're kind of giving it the layer of the purple on top. It's just a filter, and that's kind of to give the illusion of the blood beneath the skin. And it's that See how he does look gray, but he looks alive gray. And look at how much better this side is starting to look. Lit is a brand. Oh, well, I've never heard of it, so I'd have to try out and see. So that sounds intriguing. I have to look at that. Have you guys ever used Lit? Anybody here? I'm curious now what it is. Feel free to whisper. Feel free to whisper me if you want to see if I can try it. I don't tend to buy more. I don't really need more paints, but I can always check it out. Maybe I have a paint that's kind of already similar. That would be good. Notice that I'm painting the creases almost like fabric of his leg here. Letting that get lighter. Getting that volume. See there? Sketching and scumbling. Remember scumbling? We talked about it's like these little circular kind of blending moves. Shoshie, Frank Wash, that's it. What do you intend to do about all this crazy streams? Green stuff and then painting over green stuff and then paint, oh, seams. You know, I'm not going to do that, Frank Wash, because this is my personal project and we want to do finished, not perfect. This is just for my personal game. Finished, not perfect for the shelf of shame. Because it is more important to have a finished model than a perfect model, in my book. Because that is how you get rid of your shelf of shame. Finished, not perfect. Bondic. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave the seams. I don't care. You know, and I want to teach you not to be so religious about don't be so religious and pristine about your painting. Okay, this is my little rant right now. You don't have to be. You can be, you're allowed to be, but you don't have to be. And I want you to get away from perfectionist thinking when you're painting, because if you're painting for yourself and you're trying to get your gray army done, you know, perfectionist thinking is just going to get in your way. And if you're going to get better at painting if you just paint the whole army and then be done. But if you're constantly trying to make every model look like a showcase or worry about whether somebody's going to pick on you for having a seam, be like, dude, it's done. That's my favorite color. It's done. That's Dallas Kemp. He was the head painter for Privateer Press. And his favorite color was done. Napalm. I know you don't agree, but that's okay. Some people need to be told this. Not everybody. But some people need to be told this because it gives them some freedom. And then they get better. And then they have confidence. And then they can come back and fill those seams and be picky and do all that. No such thing as perfect anyway. Exactly. Yep, Joanna's right. Every mini completed takes you closer to perfection. Exactly. And for me, this mini is so humongous that I wanted him done, and he wasn't done. That was my biggest shame, was that he wasn't done. And I can't play him until he's done. So I'm letting go. I told you guys I was gonna speed paint my own personal King Div Death. And that's what I've been doing. I've been speed painting them. But that also means speed building them, you know, everything. Okay, he's looking awesome though, isn't he? If that mold line's gonna bother you so much that you're gonna get, you know, I don't know. It just doesn't bother me, right? That's my thing. I get it. I spent a lot on this model. I'll probably paint another one that will be higher quality. But it'll probably be for a commission or for someone else. You know, I don't get paid enough to paint my own stuff. 'Cause That's so funny. Like Bob. Yeah, be like Bob. Yes, Napalm, exactly. Be like Bob. That's a great emote too with the Bob Ross Kappa. It's fantastic. Bob was not perfectionist. He'd be like, paint that happy tree. You know, and if you mess up, paint a happy mountain over it, or, you know, just as long as you're enjoying yourself. I'm really, really digging how these tones are looking on this side. After we added that purple, look at how that's shaping up. We're doing that second layer of highlights and it's starting to glow. He's starting to glow. Now we can do that gray on the top and it actually comes out like a highlight, not a base, because we added that little filter. What'd I say, Janae? What did I say that was funny? I missed, because the delay keeps me from knowing what I said. I like the pattern of the ripples. I love that I did this. This was a happy accident. In fact, I want to go back with my ivories. I've got a light ivory and a dark ivory right here. And I want to go back in and kind of crisp up this a little bit. The bit about not getting paid enough to paint your own minis. Yeah, exactly. I don't. I get paid well to paint other people's minis, that's for sure. And I'm very happy to do that. And I'm very happy to fill all of the mold lines and take extra pride and care with other people's stuff. The part of the other reason why I wanted to paint the Dragon King and have him speed painted, speed built and everything is to show people you can do that. You can still do it. You don't have to paint, you know, because otherwise some people, there's so many minis in the Kingdom Death line that it's so hard to get them all done if you paint them all to this crazy level. Okay, there, I like that a little better. See how much crisper that looks? Let's do a little bit more on this. Yes. What's the gray just above the red? The gray above the red. This? Wait. Gray above the red? This red? Oh, this gray. Yeah, this is brown gray right here. This is an orange. Huge difference. I know. It makes a very big difference to add a little contrast. So I'm going to add these little dots of, yeah, kind of like, it's got these little nodules kind of bumps, and I'm going to add some of that. Let's do this in the pink color. All right, glasses are off. We're going to go in here, touch all these little, whatever they are, pimples, I don't know. They could be eyes for all I know. I don't think so though. Dragon eyeballs like a spider all over the top of his head. Did you know a shark can hear through its skin? That's what that meridian line is. I think we talked about that on Monday. I did a shark dissection in the 9th grade, I want to say, and I aced it. I had a lab partner who was also excellent, and we both got an A+ on our shark dissection. We learned a ton about sharks. It's funny because you guys see how precise I am with my brushwork. It's the same thing with the dissection. My teacher, who was actually completely like a complete sexist, he would just ignore the girls in his class and not even really talk to them. Literally, I'm not even joking. And he actually gave us a huge compliment, which he never would do. And he told me that I had a surgeon's touch when it came to the shark dissection. We were the only people in the entire 9th grade to get a complete, dissection of the brain. It was pretty amazing. All right, we got those little dots and pimples and stuff. Let's look on the top of his head. I see some veins. There's some more little kind of dealy bobbers back here I want to get. They're not really visible. That one right there. And that one. Okay, all those little details are important. Let's add a little bit of ivory to some of them, to the big ones. Oops, see, now that's not a total dot. Don Peel says, I know a hobbyist that likes to play games and then paint minis when they have done something in the game itself to keep himself busy and inspired to painting. Oh, that's a fantastic idea, Don. Yeah. Well, Kingdom Death is kind of like that, where you can start, you don't paint anything until you're ready to play it. Dragonid, hey! Dragons, there's a wild Shoshie in the field and her brushes are swift and sharp. Thank you. Contrast makes it look more prehistoric and reptilian. Yeah, as soon as we start adding all those crazy dots and stuff, it definitely looks like that. I'm adding a little bit more, again, contrast to that. The bigger ones especially. Yeah, how creepy that looks. What does JJ say? JJ, do you think it's even creepier than it was? Tell me. Let's do this. All right, so he's got those little creepy, ooh, that makes him look really freaky, doesn't it? Let's add a little bit of white to the top of his eyes again. On top of his head, so there feels like it's like a little bit more close to the skull, like almost like the skin. There we go. Like that. Okay. What's next? We got a lot of details we need. Okay, so one of the things we did on this side to make this side look really cool is we used this ice blue, this Arctic blue, right here. It's very light, it's almost a white. And we're gonna put that all over his little veins. And it's so light that it kind of reads as white, but it still makes you, it kind of makes you see the blue a little bit too. I'm gonna use a smaller brush because I want to get the detail in that. Okay. Watch what happens when we put on the blue in the veins. It's gonna really look awesome. So I'm just gonna go over all of them. Some of them connect to the spine, and that's good. I don't want that. Now, one of the things we could do, we could go over everything and put, I'm gonna do this first though. Actually, I wanna, before I get ahead of myself, I'm gonna line all these little vein whatsits. This is, okay, this is a really, so whenever you're doing some kind of freehand kind of like this, it actually is helpful to not have a big long brush like this. It's actually those miniature sized brushes that the miniature set, they always say don't get those, get the artist quality ones. These are really, the miniature set is so much better for this kind of thing, what I'm doing right now. All right, because it'll dry quicker on your brush, but you get a little more control, I think, because of the shorter hairs. Okay, see how we're getting, see how that looks? I think I just, yeah. Especially on the standout muscles, we want the veins to really stand out. See how that looks? Whew. Don't drop it in the paint. Oh my gosh, it's because I don't have my glasses on, I can't see. All right, these veins I feel like are really important because they're real light, but they're on a dark surface right now, right here. See that? Boom. And let's do that little There's a little simple thing there. Some kind of little steel. And like lots of little veins again. And go back over these even. Highlight them even more. Look at that. Look at the difference. I mean, so this, I'll show you. This one has the druchi. I'm gonna show you how to do that in just a second. Get the rest of these little veins first. I could use a little flow improver at this moment, just because I think it's drying a smidge on my brush. There we go, nice long. He's got all of these on his arm and everything. Watch what happens. I think I got most of those. Yep, I did. Okay, so this front of the arm has some of the pink already. There we go. Now, because this is such a light blue, against this gray, it's actually reading as a white, which is completely fine. Because it's not going to draw your eye away too far because it's not a true white. Okay. How's that looking so far? Yeah, we need to do this whole side as well. I missed it. Oh my God, I love him. And I like how it looks almost more crackling, like there's energy coming off his chest. Do this one right here. I'm just trying to be real careful. Because I'm trying to keep the lines thin. Looks good. He's even got some up here in his neck. That looks even better. Oh my God. It's in the details. In the details, look at that. Just hit that little thing. Can you tell I'm in the zone? Because I'm not looking at chat. I'm in the zone. Give me 1 second. I will check chat. Don't hate me. Ow. I need the other side of that chest piece. I don't know where it is. I think it's on my shelf up there, up on my shelf of shame. He's got like some scars right here. You can tell. Okay, looking good. Creepy, creepy. Now, here's the part. I'm going to put my glasses on. I'm going to read chat, and I'm going to show you how to do the Drochi to highlight these even more. We're going to shade down. Okay. The Moonis needs new food. Go get food, Moonis. The veins do make a big impact on the model. Dragon says, I'm so blind I need a 1.5 mag reading glasses to paint these days. Oh, I know, I feel ya. I'm kind of with you there. Do these up here with a little bit of that blue. And the spine. Kind of cools that down a little bit. Krakenid says, hello in chat and dragons. Oh, yeah, I read that already. Any recommendations on a must-have starter gear? So you must have some brushes, and they don't have to be great brushes, but they need to be like workable brushes. I really recommend that if you have access to a GW store, that the Citadel brushes are actually pretty decent for starters. And then even Citadel paint is good for starters too. both GW and pretty much almost all the companies that make paint, except Pro Acryl, have some kind of like learn to paint kit. Reaper has one, Scale 75 has one, who else? Citadel has one. A lot of these companies have, I think even Vallejo might even have one. That craziness on the back. All right, so watch what I'm gonna do with the Rucci Violet that I have left over. I'm gonna thin it out again, so it's just a little filtered glaze, and only underneath the vein, right here. I'm gonna give it almost like a little drop shadow of its own. Just a little one. And then you feather it out with water so you don't get that tea stain. Feather it out pretty quick because you don't want it too dark. It actually is better to use less water at first so you get it, and then you can add more if you want it, but if you have too much, it's too hard to take away. So start light. Don't make the mistake of going too heavy too quick. Do that, and then we can go under here a little bit. This is another watercolor technique that is called in watercolor it's called a wash. It's not called a wash in mini painting, but it's called a gradiated wash in watercolor. It's so funny because mini painting terms are so whacked out because so many mini painters had no artistic training and didn't have all the vocabulary, and so they made up their own. And so it's sometimes consistent and sometimes not with the fine art world. It's weird. Okay, that looks really happy to me. I like that. Happy little veins. Let's do the front. See, this is a little bit crazy. Let me see if I can get some. There we go. That's a little better. You can if it's too bright, you can even do a little glaze over it. That kind of sets it down into the skin a little bit more. If you want it not to be so popping out, do a glaze over it. Right here. Thank you for the follow. Chiav, is it Chiav? Or Chiav9? I think, I'm not sure how I say your name. Darth Mullinex, Reverse Learn to Paint is the bomb. Yeah, I agree. It is good. 3 minis, 8 of their paint, and a full guide, plus a case that can then be used as a travel case later with like 10 slots in it. Oh, and 2 brushes per case. Yeah, I go to Reaper Minis. They really do have an excellent learn to paint system. I like it a lot. And Darth Mullinex approves. All right, so just getting some of the little extra bibs and bobs. Here we go. Giving my shadows underneath there is going to give him some life there. He's got more veins on his arms. There's 2 of them, blue and green. Ah, nice. Plus, okay, Cajun Mage +1 for Reaper's Learn to Paint kit. Nice. What's inside the dragon's belly? Oh, check this out. He's got some kind of guy in there with some kind of orb. There's a pair of hands around the orb. He's clearly using it to control this dragon suit that he's made of himself. He's pretty crazy. Yeah, there we go. Got some more veins that I missed. Those are much more fine. That's why I missed them. Okay. Good. Pretty. Like it. Over here. Some of them are so pronounced that you can just kind of drag the side of your brush kind of lightly over them and it just hits them perfect, and it takes a lot less work. Do a little bit of So there's that blue. Yeah, he's looking awesome. He needs to do this whole tail. He got a lot more done than I thought. A lot more done. Looking good. Let me, I feel like a very strong urge to go and check and see if I can find the other plate to his chest. Let me go see if I can find it. If I can't find it right away, I'll come back. The moon says, blah, who needs to know how to paint with contrast paints doing it for you? Get in my belly, exactly. Good evening, Painting Cricks, how are you? So I was just about to go look for the other half of this chest, so I'll be right back. So it's probably in a box with a bunch of Kingdom Death. I did find his base. Look at this base, it's humongous. So I could possibly glue him down so that's a little bit easier. Well, he's looking really good, I'm happy. There is some yellows in here. Let's see what happens when I add just a smidge of yellows just to add. Oops, that's not pigmented enough. It's been glazing itself out while it's been on my palette. Just gonna put a smidge in some places. It's gonna mix with all those purples and probably turn into kind of a little bit of a flesh color. See what happens. Just a smidge. Tap, tap, tap. Yeah. Doesn't bother me too much. I think it'll work. Oop, big cat hair. Woo-wee. Haven't had one of those in a while. I think I like the Moonray flesh better. It's still warm without being too contrasty yellow with the purple. Yeah, the Moonray flesh I think is better. Gorgeous. Thank you, Darth Morlin X. I appreciate that. Luna says, you can't have mine, pale chest. Oh, that's funny. Oh my goodness, I'm getting worn out. What do you think? Maybe, what should we paint next? Let's do the claws. Claws, I think we're gonna go in a similar thing as the horns. I think we're gonna go, I'll just go ahead and start them with the ivory and we can shade them down after the fact, I think. And I'll show you how to do that so that it looks pretty cool. So I'm making them completely white to start, even though that looks crazy at the moment. And I'll add some purples in the shadows too. Nice and opaque, thankfully. That's these contrast paint, or these, not contrast paints. Why did I say that? I blame you. And Luminous is putting things in my head, contrast paints. Let's see, I just wiped all that paint off on that side. There we go. I think contrast paints are gonna be good for those people who have always wanted to paint and have been afraid to paint because they're afraid of their skill level not being good enough. Yeah, now you're laughing at me. Paints question for everyone. I just got scale 75 malleable paints. Is there any other scale paint sets that you think are must-haves? Good question. I think the leather set is a really great one. And Probably the monstrous flesh set, because you can actually paint regular flesh with that pretty good. And it's got a lot of good colors in that I use a lot. The Moonray Flesh, I think, is in that one. Yeah, I think those two are good. You bought the Fantasy and Games pen. You like it? Yeah, you like it. Good. Yeah, the big sets are definitely worth it, because then you got everything. Although if you're just kind of picking up the smaller sets, I do think the leather and the undead flesh are probably my favorite. All right, that's a start. That needs to dry big time, and before it dries, let me see. Let's do some purple into the, I don't know if that's gonna work or not. We're gonna try it. Some purple into the shadows. Yeah, that'll work. We can use gray. Actually, I think gray is gonna be a little more interesting, possibly. Oops, that was too much. Intensity 1 and 2. I heard about the intensity 2. I want it. I need it. I don't know how. I need to get it. Okay. Alright, let's just let that dry, because I need to probably hit those toes with a hairdryer, because stuff's getting a little thin. Let's do that. I'm going to take a second and highlight that up a little bit. These particular paints, they dry a little bit darker than they dry a little bit darker. That's okay though. Okay, I'm going to just highlight that a little bit. Feather, 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 because I don't want that crunchy line. At least on this side, I don't want it. Put some more gray on this part. There we go. Ooh. Gotta pull that in there. That gives it a highlight. Nice. He's such a grinner. Nah, Pro Acryl Transparents are gonna blow intensity away. Whew, okay. We'll see about that. I like to hope that you're right. Kingdom Death Monster is the game which this model is from. And it's a pretty intense game. You actually die a lot, but you basically you're playing a settlement, not a character. And the whole settlement, it's okay if you lose a few characters as long as the settlement survives. Right? So that basically your community is your what you call it, your character. That makes sense. Let me get my hair dryer. I'm going to mute myself and I'm going to hair dry this. Okay. Did I mute? I forgot to mute, didn't I? Did I kill you guys? I'm so sorry. Please don't clip that. That's terrible. I'm so sorry, ears. Screeching cats. She says mute, but she stops talking. That was a fail. That was a fail. Giant fail whale. You're not subscribing because of that. Oh. Sad. Yes, I'm so sorry. Oh, drying my hair. Yep, I'm so sorry. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna get out is some, oh no, that's Nolan oil. I need the gloss version of Agrex Earth Shade. This is what I think we were using last time. Gloss Agrax or shade's gonna be nice and dark, but also nice and brown. That's what I want. Yeah, that was crazy. I'm so sorry. And I know, like, I'm the kind of person that wears headsets too, so it's even worse. I totally understand. Okay, watch. Let's do the overhead. Watch what I'm gonna do to these toes. Oh, that's not the right color. What do I need to use? I need to use Flesh Wash color. Yes, Reichland Flesh Wash. Let's try this, because that's a little bit more red. I'm almost out of that. I think I had, actually, I think I used a different color. Let me see. Is it this one? I'm dropping things. Caspian Flesh Wash is by P3. Let me try this. It's a little bit more on the yellow end. Let's see how that looks before I try the Flesh Wash. Sorry about that. I wanted to use the gloss. Let's see. Yes, that's it. Boom. I'm gonna go ahead and put that over the whole toe. And then we're gonna end up doing some tricks, and I'll show you with what. Let me get the gloss back. Let's do that right in the center. Yeah, I like that. So we did the Caspian Flesh Wash, which is from P3. It's a P3 ink. Or sorry, it's a P3 wash. I'll take that back. And I'm just gonna, I got all kinds of cat hair all over his feet, probably because this model's so old that it's from the cat hair days. I think that's why. Yeah, it's definitely from the cat hair days. See, you can see the little striations in his nails. It wasn't that bad to me, but you don't have your volume up very loud. Oh, good. You're just lucky you weren't home to clip that. I am lucky. That's awesome. Oops, let's not get paint on my base. I want that pristine. Keep cringing every time it looks like she's painting over the base. Yes, thank you, Model Newbie. I took that away. That was a bad thing of me to do. I'm a kind of a messy, sloppy painter because of that. I'm gonna take a little bit of this purple. Ooh, kind of like that. Especially next to that brown. I'm not so sure I want it completely thick though. Let's see. There's a little bit of this red here. Not quite. All right, now, since I goofed that up, let's take that opaque color again. We're gonna do Happy Accidents at this point. Go back over the toenail right here. Until I get it right. Once you figure out how to do it right, then you can go back and do it again. Better. See, I like that kind of bleeding. That's what I'm trying to get, but I don't have the right color. I need an ink. Didn't I use an ink last time? There's regular Agrax or shade. I don't think that's what I use. Let's try the Reichland Flesh shade. Never know. You actually wanted to clip me asking. Yeah, you wanted to clip the clip. Yeah. Word to the wise, don't tell your constituents not to do something unless you want them to do it. That's true. Did you clip me? Oh man. Okay, we're gonna add a little Reichland because that's got more red in it and it may be more interesting on the purple. Plus, too much carpet in your house. You have a lint in the air. Oh, I know. I do too. That's such a pain, isn't it? Okay, so let's watch this. This is Reichland. Still, okay, I've still got wet paint. Let's do that on this side. Yes, there we go. That was what I wanted in the first place. The whole nail. Especially up by the toes. That's the part I want to really be. There we go. So I need to let that dry. I'm gonna go back over here real quick and I'm gonna add a transition to that. Yeah, that's nice, more brown. Pretty, I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Adding a little bit over here. And then I'm gonna add a little bit right here too. There we go. That kind of all fits together, and then it'll fit with the toes much better. Is that dry yet? No. Okay, I'm gonna per circle. Nope, not quite dry. That's okay. This one is sort of brown, and this one's more red. I think it's because the Caspian was still in that same side. Willow says, did you use an ink for the horns? You showed us the difference between ink colors, and I think you used Game Ink by Vallejo. Yes, I did, didn't I? What did I use? Did I use a purple? Was it this purple? Or did I use the brown from Vallejo? I've also got this skin wash. I think it was this, wasn't it? What's in the terrarium? Dragon, I don't know if I'll be able to show you, but I will attempt to show you the geckos. We're gonna take a gecko break. Let's see some gecko emotes if you wanna see the geckos. Brown, it was the brown ink, wasn't it? It was brown? I think it was that one wash that I just showed you, this one. I think it was this. We're gonna set that aside and I'll try that later. We're gonna take a minute, see if I can show you these geckos. Peppercorn and Ginger Biscuit, that's their names. They usually hang out. Yeah, I see Ginger Biscuit's tail, so I can get her. Let's see if Peppercorn is lying underneath this log right here. They like to hang out right here in the nighttime. Nope, she's not there. Let me see, Ginger Biscuit is right here. Come on, Biscuit. I don't know if I'm gonna get her out or not. She's hiding good time. You guys, this is so cute. You have to see this. Hold on. Can you see her face? Wait. Can you see her in there? She's like the little dragon. You're like, what are you doing, Mommy? What are you doing? Here. There we go. She's in the corner, and here's her booty. Right there. She's half in. Come here. Can you come out? Nice and warm. She doesn't want to peek out. Yeah, she is very flesh colored. Let me show you on the overhead. There's her tail. Let's see if I can do this without messing with her too much. No, it's too dirty. I'm gonna get it in my paint. Yeah, she's way backed in there too now. Wait, she's starting to come out. Come here, Biscuit. Biscuit. She's gonna stay in there, I think. Okay, you can stay. Let's go back inside. She is a little bitty girl. I'm gonna dig this lower so she can get some more warmth from that. There we go. Oh, there she's coming out now. Now you gonna come out? She's like half in, half out. It's so funny. All right. We're gonna leave you be. They don't like to be messed with. But yeah, I have two, basically they're African fat-tailed geckos. They're African fat-tailed geckos, and they're not nocturnal, they're crepuscular, which means they really only like to come out at dusk and at dawn. She's so cute. Hold on, I'm gonna take a picture of her and I'll post her on my social media in a minute here. You. I'm trying to sleep. There we go. Anyway, she and her, they're not really sisters, but Peppercorn and Ginger Biscuit are both geckos that I got, and got this giant vivarium, which they love. So they are cute. And we have peppercorn. We have peppercorn and here, I'll show you the emotes. 1 second here, I'm going to show you. These are the emotes that we have. So if you have a level 1 subscription or a Twitch Prime subscription, you can use these cute peppercorn and ginger biscuit emotes. And I'm actually soon coming up with 2 more emotes where they're each holding half of a heart. So that'll be fun. Yes. All right, I need to take a drink break, but I have no drink. What am I going to do? Well, no drink for me. Yes, thanks, Dark Molinex. All right, good. That gave us some time to dry the toes without the, yeah, you can have mad love. Yes. Exactly, you have the mad love. That's awesome. Cute peak friend. That's great. You like, yeah, I like it because it opens like a door too. I feel like it's less scary for the geckos to come in from the side than it is from down below. They're like so small that I think they get very scared of predators when you're coming down from above. All right, we're gonna try the skin wash because everything else was not pigmented enough. Yeah, that seems like it's gonna work better. Let's try this. Mix a little purple with it, just a smidge. Let's try this. Maybe I can get this to work. Yes, so much better, so much more pigment. This is the difference between an ink and a wash, folks. I think we talked about this before. Thank you for mentioning this, Bolos. I really appreciate your handy tips to help me. I'm gonna feather this out so that it's not so, we don't have any crunchy lines. And then I'm gonna end up highlighting that so that will look much better. Okay. So far it doesn't really match the, the horns quite yet. Now see, I wiped off some paint because it's still wet. There we go. More water. There we go. See how I feathered that out with the water? My one brush watercolor blending technique. One brush, spill all the water, watercolor blending technique. You gotta spill all the water in order to do this technique. Just kidding. You wish you could get this many? Yeah, it's only available every now and then. When there's a special sale. They do come available every so often, so you got to kind of pay attention. But yeah. Okay, this is the Moonray flesh I'm putting over there. That looks good. That's better, huh? Yeah, that looks much more like the toes are integrated with the horns better now. You took notes when I was explaining about the inks. Oh, good. That was so good. I'm glad you took notes. See, I'm going to give you some points because that is a good student. I'd like to reward that. Let's see. Exclamation point gift. Bolos _ 5. There you go. There's a gift of 5 points for you. Well, so one of the things we do in this chat is because it is a teaching channel and teaching and learning are our primary objectives, is if when you are helpful or, you know, teach me something, one of the things that benefits the stream, I like to reward you with the chat points. And it's nice because it's a way to be able to, you know, you can get more giveaways and stuff when they happen with the more points. And you also just, maybe you participate a little bit more in chat, or you catch a mistake that I make and help me fix it, that kind of thing. Helps give you, Dr. Molinex and I talked about this. Helps give you ownership of the stream, which is definitely something I want from you guys. I want you to feel like this is your stream as much. Okay? Let's do a little bit of this more opaque kind of, oof, a little really white, isn't it? That's better. That's much better. I think we need to give it a little purple too. Yeah, that's much, much better. Whew. Oh, ha. That was the original timer for our original giveaway before the stream, you know, started to die. So we already gave the giveaway away. This would have been the time when we would have finished that giveaway. Thanks everybody for sticking around, even though we already did that. It really means a lot. Sometimes people only watch streams for giveaways, and that gets a little bit just, you know, frustrating because, like, is that the only reason why they watch? I know you guys aren't like that though, because you're still here. Awesome. There we go. Lots of toenails. We're gonna let that dry again. We're gonna give it another wash. I'm gonna highlight up here a little bit more. I'm not so sure I like how the fact that this ivory dries so much darker compared to a lot of the other colors. It just dried about the same. Yeah, no problem. You always take notes when you do lessons? That's awesome, Darth. I'm glad to hear that. It's a good idea because we cover a lot in that half hour. Mumbles from the back, teacher's pet. Yep, we even have a rank called teacher's pet napalm. I think it's probably like the second rank that you get when you start watching the stream. It's a great rank. You're here for the beautiful minis. Aw, thank you, McLeod. Model Navy says, wait, I'm missing a bunch. Bullis is getting worried about being beat up. Don't worry about that. We don't have that. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Painting Cricks. The paint shelving behind me, where was that purchased from or built? It was purchased from Menards. I don't know if you have a Menards in your area. It's kind of like a Home Depot, and it's in the Midwest. So if you've ever heard of it. Aw, Painting Cricks. You just gave Joe, is it, how do I say, Joanot? Joanot? Joanot. You just got a subscription. Joanot, welcome to the subscriber list, and Painting Cricks, thank you for that. Let's write down the new subscriber. Joahnaut. Now you get to use my emotes. Awesome. Yay, hypey to hype. Oh my gosh, Joanot, I need to subscribe. Where did you get that hypers? Never mind hypers, that works perfect with my gecko, doesn't it? Is it a kitty? It has to be a kitty, right? Need it. I'm kind of like an emote fool. I love them. It does go with it. Whose is it? Aww, Mr. Human. You can't take notes because you're working at home with a sick child, but you have some bits. Mad love. Thank you so much. Awesome. Maybe we can, if anybody has some notes and wants to, like, take a picture of them or something and put them in the Discord. We have a Discord, the Triptych Discord. Hold on, let me put here an exclamation point, Discord. There we go. Wait, it didn't work? No, what is it supposed to be? Maybe Triptych. Let me try that. There we go. Join the Triptych Discord. We've got stuff in there. We've got really awesome people in there. You can post your minis and get feedback from a lot of the Discord members. including myself, and you can at me so that I can make sure to see it. Oh, cool. Never mind, she's a good friend from Canada. Oh, that's cool. If anybody's looking for lessons, Shoshie's Tier 3 is a really good bang for the buck. I don't regret the sub one bit. Yay, that's awesome. I'm really glad to hear you like that. Yeah, it's not a mini. What, WTF is a heel? Is that your name? This is a biggie. He's a biggie. He's a big mini for sure. That's funny. All right. I don't know about you guys. I'm losing steam. We might have to call it early tonight. I don't know. I want to keep going, but I'm like, oh, my tiredness. Oh my gosh, I love what I'm doing here, though. I might keep doing this. Yes, look at it's almost like there's like little fasteners back here that tie his tail together. Yay, thank you for joining the Discord. Taking mental notes while painting stuff yourself. Perfect. And if I'm sure there's some lurkers here, thank you for lurking. We like lurkers. If you're having fun and you're having fun listening, that is what I really, really like. If I'm getting you to paint more, that is my ultimate goal. Okay, just put a little purple on top of that brown, which I think looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm thinking that looks super good. Do that again. Do a little bit of purple wash. I'm losing some of my shadows, and the purple's bringing it back. Yeah, that looks cool. I think that's looking like an aged talon of some kind. Let's do this one. Now I'm going to show you a trick. I don't know if I can get it to work with this wet paint or not. I might have to wait for it to dry. But I have a buddy in Australia that showed me how to paint really. Now the only problem with his technique is that it's very technique-y and it won't look exactly right on this guy. Well, we'll try it. We'll try it. So I need to feather this out. So that's blended. There we go. That's been my issue. So there we go. Got a little yellow. I feel like it's missing something. It's missing something. There we go. There we go. That was what it was missing. It was missing that little bit of yellow. That's so much better. So much better. It didn't want to be white. It wanted to be aged. White didn't look right. The yellow looks good. Like I said, work it out. Try different things. What's working, if what you're trying at first isn't working. See, that is awesome. I'm loving that. So now I can add more yellow up here because I know it works with these purples and these other colors. All right, let's do that again over here. Yellow is my fellow. There we go. Much better. Blending really nice too. Probably because yellow is in between orange, right? It's like it's a mid-tone, like it's not as high of a jump as white is. White is like straight to the end, whereas the yellow is more like, okay, we're gonna meander over to there. That's much better, happier. Good. What about his ribs? I think I'm gonna leave, we can make his ribs a little bit yellow, a little bit. Don't want to get too far away from that pink though. Oh, I'm missing chat. Give me a second. Weird you can't text. Oh, Dragon on. If one of my mods can hop over to the Discord and give them a role so that they are a person, once you get welcomed to the Discord, you can type in there. And I think I won't be able to do that while I'm on stream, but I can definitely do it. Ooh, I love that yellow right there. Once I get off stream, I can go ahead and change all the roles so that everybody, I think is Drax on right now? I don't think Drax is a mod as well. Any one of my mods can go to the server and change roles for people if they know how. Yeah, I like that. I'm just giving him a little, I'm changing this from white to yellow, and I like it so much better. Discord, don't do Discord, do exclamation point triptych. TRIPTYCH. Technique. Yeah, technique. That's my own word. Technique. That's something that one of my very first art teachers used to say. He used to say technique. And I never liked it because I always felt my work was technique in my fine art. But it's funny because actually one of his son, he's probably my first watercolor teacher. His son has me as a friend on Facebook, and he showed his dad my work, and my dad was like, he said, I thought it was so cool, and I was just like, oh my gosh, that's so neat that my college art professor digs my miniatures. There you go, triptych. It's not working? TRIPTYCH. It's the opposite. We flipped it. That's a very sharky dragon. It is a very sharky dragon. That's why I like him, because he's so sharky. You always take inspiration from life, and that's why you get something that feels more real. It feels more like something that could possibly be. Okay, can't type. Okay, I'm gonna type it for you guys. Ready? Triptych. Oh, you did it. There you go. TRIP. Thank you. Let's post that one more time here. I'm gonna copy paste that. Paste. There. We're gonna do that one more time. Triptych. That's our Discord. Very exposed heart. I think. Whoops. He just went face planted into the wash, but he did not get washed. Thank goodness. I guess you can't quite see the yellow because of the. But I actually like that a lot. Let's see, let's put his arm back on and see what happens when I do that. Here we go. Looking bad. Oh my gosh, his arm is so blue. I think it works though. We need to integrate these two, don't we? Because I don't think this arm is actually finished completely. So how will I integrate that? I probably need to add some mauve over the top of that one arm right there. I don't even think that's painted. This is probably a lot. Do some more over here with the grays. Usually paint much more in feathered layering. Yeah, when it's a big model like this, Rob, I do wet blending because I can't be asked to spend a week on a model, and this is already going to be 3 days, so that's a lot. That looks good. I like that. I'm going to add a little bit more mauve. That integrates better. See, it's okay if it's blue at the bottom, but I just want to make sure it goes in to the rest of the model. Okay, see how this is where we start wet blending. See how that does? Happy with that, ish. There we go. Just go back and forth until you get it how you want it. And it's fast. It takes it's a heck of a lot faster than layering. Yeah, much happier that way. Yeah, and this part of the wing really goes with his back. Look at that. It's crazy. While I've got him here, he's got a shoulder tattoo that I want to work out so that when we get ready to do the other shoulder, not going to putty the joint. Nope, probably not. Darken the upper arm or lighten the bottom arm, exactly. See my sentry bot from the weekend, Shoshie? No, I needed to see it. Did somebody post the link? Rob Jedi, send it to, oh, look at those cute emotes. Rob Jedi, send those to Lamunas so I can see it. Keep it in parts so he's adorable. That's a good point. I don't know yet. I think I'll glue him, but I might put a little putty on the arms. We'll see, or at least some Bondic maybe. Okay, let's check. I'm gonna look up his, let me look up his tattoos, because he has very specific tattoos. Dragon, hold on, whoops. Dragon King from Kingdom Death. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. He definitely has some specific tattoos. Ooh, oh, wow. I don't know if I can freehand these. Let me try. Might be easier to look at somebody else's finished model. I think I might do that. Nope. Wow. So he's got these molten arms, and because he's kind of burning from inside, so it needs to be the same kind of crazy pink, which is perfect. Okay, let me find good reference, somebody to copy. There we go, there we go. The Board Game Geek has a really good one, and what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna put in the highlight with gray, so that way if I wanna adjust it a little bit, I can. Ooh, wow, this is gonna be hard. No, I'm gonna use this color right here, this ivory. Let me go back to chat real quick and read that. Shoulder tattoo, Mom. Yes. Okay, let's go back to the tattoo and see. All right, ready? I'm gonna just freehand this. I'm gonna wing it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna sketch it. I'm kind of gonna make it small to start, and then I can make it bigger later. See there? And that goes kind of straight down like a V, and then it comes. So when I freehand something like this is a really good way. You guys like how I explain things. This is a way I've explained to kids when I draw. So when you're drawing, everything is letters. Think about the sides of things as letters, right? So when I'm explaining something, I'm like, first draw a flat, small line, and then you're gonna draw almost like a slow J. Like that, right? That's my slow J. It's gonna curve a little bit. And then I'm gonna draw another straight line down. This is my little drawing lesson that I'm giving you guys real quick. And then I do the other side. I'm gonna try to mirror my J, but this one is actually, what is it? It's kind of like, this is more like a J. This is a backward J. So there's the top of the bottle, right? And then this is another straight line down. And then if I want to make some perspective, this has to be almost like a U, but it's a little bit curved, right? And then I can make another curved line that is exactly matching that, right? So this is when I'm drawing freehand, I'm looking at the lines. This, and since we're looking at the top of the bottle a little bit, we need to make a little bit of an oval. So I took this drawing course. You're gonna love this. There are 5 elements to every shape in drawing. There is the circle, or the circle, the dot, and a dot is just a circle filled in. There's the line, straight line, there's the angle line, and there is the wavy line, right? So you can make any shape with those things. So now I'm going back to my arm here, and I'm gonna talk myself through drawing this, eyeballing it and drawing it. So this is kind of like, what is that like? That's like the beginning of an R. Only gonna go straight down and into this part right there. And then this part is like another wavy line. We do a little wavy line. So much better, so much easier to talk it through. And then we have another wavy line just above it, but not as long. We're gonna make these a little bit sharper right there. Okay, and then this, let's see, this comes, it's a curved line. And then it jumps up like that. Okay, so there's my first tattoo. Now we can go up in here and clean this up a little bit. Make these lines a little bit more uniform. And when they overlap, we gotta make sure they look good when they overlap. We can make them a little bit wider. So when you're drawing, sometimes, like I said, it helps to kind of talk yourself through eyeballing it. Yeah. All right, that's good. That's good enough. First freehand. Now, here's the part where we make it look like magic. I have some new scale 75, what do you call them? The fluorescents. We're gonna use those. All right, let me go back. So let's see. Messaged it to me. Awesome, thank you. Let me see if I can get that on the screen, Rob Jedi. I didn't get it. You must have sent it. You must have not sent it to me. Did you send it to me on Facebook? Or on, I don't see it in this chat or in the messages. Model Newbie says, I've heard of drawing negative space. Exactly. And that's kind of what I was doing as well. I was looking at where the lines are next to each other. And like, watch, we can even, when we're going back and cleaning things up, I look at where the line is relative to the other one. So like, for instance, right here, that one needs to be cleaned up a little bit right there. See that? And it's actually gonna probably look okay for me to outline that a little bit. Not too much, because I don't want it to look too drawn, but we can give it a little drop shadow anyway. That's better. Again with the drop shadow, kind of make it feel set in. When we put the fluorescent on there, we're gonna make it look like it's actually part of his body. That's already starting to look good. So we put little drop shadows under the lines. Make that feel like it's set into the skin. Okay, I need to fix that. Good night, Lamunas. Thank you for coming by. The tattoo is just from the line art, the concept art of the model. And so I'm just copying somebody else's work who was already copying that original idea. Right? Does that make sense? All right, that's better. You would make it super anxious doing this? Yeah, you have to, and I recommend that you practice it on paper first. So if I were to practice this on paper, right, I'd look at the glyph, and then it goes up here, and then down here, and then kind of curves around like that. And then the rest is a little bit easier. Clean that up a little bit. It's kind of like a 4, except it goes way up here. And then kind of like this. And then there's that one other piece. Ooh, that doesn't look like it's gonna fit because I didn't eyeball it enough. See? Should go like that, kind of. Although this is much better. Much. Okay, now you sent it to me. Sent it to Shoshie's Minis. I don't know why I'm not getting it. Let me add you as a friend. Ah, thank you, Lamunis. I'm gonna add you as a friend, and that should allow you to whisper me. There it is, I got the link. Okay, Rob, I'm gonna send this. Copy it. Okay, this is Rob Jedi's link. There you go, paste. Boom. Let's look at his Instagram. Oh, I love the weathering. That was awesome. Good job. Did you do any airbrushing, or is that all free? Or is that all painted? And I love the gal with the stop sign next to him. Good job. Good on ya. Katie Polt, thank you for that raid. How are you? We raided Katie Polt on Monday, and so she's being such a sweetheart, and she's returning the favor. Mad love, Katie Polt. How are you? Hopefully you had a good stream. Yay, welcome. Salvin, hello, welcome to the stream. We're gonna get some fluorescent paint out. I need to get out some pink. Give me 1 second. There we go, there's pink. Okay, this is the FX Fluoro, and it looks like it's way more pigmented. I think I need to punch a hole in that too. It's way more pigmented. Aw, Salvin, thank you for the follow. It's even way more pigmented than the Vallejo that I was using. Let's see, do I have a pin? I think I dropped it. And I don't see it. It probably magnetized to something it's not supposed to be magnetized to. I'll just use an X-Acto. Hopefully I won't. Aw, Dragon, thank you so much. They can hear you, but you can't hear anything. Wait, your sound isn't working right? Gaming. You were gaming, not painting. You know what? Everybody, we were having troubles with Twitch earlier today as well. Look at that pink. That is crazy. It's like my nails. All right. Good evening. I'm glad to see you here. Thank you so much. We're gonna water down this fluoro because it's really saturated. I'm just gonna add. I'm gonna add a little bit in here first to see how saturated it really is. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. It looks good though. I think that's nice. Let's do a little bit of pinks on the ends of his arms here, so it looks like his arm is a little bit glowing. Good. I'm just trying out the pink now to see how it looks on the Dragon. Good evening, Alexis Rain. Good. How are you, Vanquisher? That's an awesome spelling. Woot woot. Looks like puff paint. It does. It's a kind of almost like a heavy body, isn't it? I'm going to put this over the top of my white. It probably won't look that great on its own. I'm gonna attempt to do this. I don't know how it's gonna look. I'm just gonna put it on there kind of wide. See what happens. Kind of give it a glow effect on the sides of the tattoo. There we go. We're starting to get something. Let's do a little bit of this. This is sort of a dark reddish. What happens when I mix fluoro with that. Not quite. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Well, kind of. I think I'm gonna have to just tough it out and try things with this. I don't know if I'm gonna get it on the first try or not. Hey, Paul with a subscribe. Oh, Vanquisher just gifted a sub. Oh, what a sweetie. But Katie Polt, now you get to use my awesome emotes. Get your own rainbow emote too, so you can use it in your streams if you want. Because it is Pride Month. And I am proud of everybody who is celebrating Pride Month. All right, here, Katie Polt. There we go. Lightsaber tattoo, exactly. That's kind of what I'm trying to go for. There we go, right there. Yay, look at those. Oh, Winter. I love that. Winter has a new mode also. Awesome. Yay. Okay, so it is Trader Legions. Just subscribe. Oh, Vanquisher just gave Trader Legions a subscription. That's awesome. Mad love. This is a happy, good stream. It is awesome. Trader Legions, now you get to use my moats as well. Welcome to the class. Welcome to the head of the class. Trader Legion. Where's your name? There it is. Oh, it's underscore Legions. Legions. That's why he wasn't listening. I didn't say his name right. Skippin', I like that Bob Ross emote. Vanquisher just subscribed. That's even more awesome. You got yourself a subscription now. Now I gotta spell Vanquisher correctly. V3 N Q. It looks like a B now because I messed it up. Q U 1. This is Elite Speak here. S H 3R. Oh my gosh. Does anybody in the channel remember Lead Speak? Was anybody use it fairly often? That'd be cool. I used it a little bit in the day. Yeah, if you, aw, that's such a nice thing. Mr. Finley had a question. Did I miss it? I must have missed it. Mr. Finley says, do I give private lessons? I absolutely do. In fact, Mr. Finley, so there's two ways you can get a private coaching with me. One is you just pay me directly and it's $25. And you get an hour. A full hour of coaching. Or if you don't, if you want to subscribe instead at the tier 3 level, it's also $25. You get a half an hour of coaching. And part of the reason why we do it like that is because Twitch gets a cut, right? I don't get the full $25 when you subscribe. So if you want a full hour, you want to pay the $25 direct. And that's just message me privately. We can all set that up and make that happen for you. All right, good night, Cracknid. Yeah, it is totally fair. Great price. My only caveat is that if you do it, you have to reach out to me and help set it up, because I don't really chase people down, if that makes any sense. Like that, I'm not loving that. I just want to work this out before we end the stream, because it's close. It's close. Let's add some white to some of this pink. We need a glow effect, and in order to get the glow effect, we got to do this. Watch what's happening. What we probably need to do is make this extra big, actually, with the white. Here, watch what I'm going to do here. Make that extra big. And then, once this is the right size, we'll go ahead and make that look like a true glow. So that looks so much better now that it's larger too. Yeah. All right, we're almost done, guys. I'm gonna fix this, and then we're gonna hand off. Hand off to another streamer. There we go. Cool, that looks, I like that actually a lot. All right, let that dry a little bit anyway. Put some of this on top. Boom, boom, boom. You'll see, it will look good by the time I finish it. See how it's doing that? That's what I want it to do. Thankfully the white dries fairly quick. Okay. It's getting there. I'll probably have to crisp all that up. So we have a lot more to do, so I think we will go ahead and end stream before things get crazy. I could see this becoming a little rabbit hole until I get that right. I need to look at some other people's examples and see, kind of dissect what they've done. Alrighty. I think you should pick up the ribs more. Yeah, where's the other side of the ribs? I don't know where the other side is. I need to find it. I think it's on my shelf in a container with other parts. That's where I think it is. Vanquisher says 313 is my first area code. Vanquisher is your first MMO name. Ah, that's awesome. I see the 313. That's so cool. So 303 is Denver, and that's pretty cool, huh? All right, let's see. Good evening, Electrohexagon. We're actually getting ready to stream and head off to, or rather hand off our stream to another miniature painter or artist. We might find an artist instead. Let's see who is out. All right, so I just met a new guy. He is a sculptor, and he's actually one of the sculptors from Face Off, the actual TV show. He was in 2 seasons. So I just met him. I followed him yesterday. And we're gonna host him. Sig Neutron is his name, and he's so nice. And he's actually painting his model right now. So this is worth watching because he's airbrushing it. So let's go ahead and go over there. Hold on one second. I'm gonna find him, paste. He's gonna be surprised because he just started streaming. All right, we're gonna raid him, if that works, which is being weird again. It says I'm already raiding him. Okay. All right, we're gonna go raid him, and mad love to everybody. Talagar, you're master painter. It's awesome. All right, guys, mad love. You guys have fun over at Sig Neutron. I'm gonna just raid him one more time because I don't think that worked. Exclamation point. Wait, no. /raid. Sig Neutron. There we go. I think that worked. I think. All right, guys, did it work? Yes. And I think it will. Sometimes it glitches on, I know, it's the bot. Neutron. Boom. All right, you already have a raid in progress. All right, guys, we will see you on Friday from 4 to 7. Bye-bye.